go. We're rolling.
Rolling.
Action.
I think the circuit's kind of fried. I don't know, maybe you want to come...
The gamma's too high! Get out!
And how? And you go back to original framing. I would like to translate the excitement, the comic book, to the audience.
Action.
But I think in the comic book, nobody really cared about Bruce Banner. He's a loser, he's a wimp. I need somebody who has the Bruce Banner manner and the look, but in the same time, potentially he has to have that Hulk in him. I chose to work with Eric Bana because I found he has those qualities.
At the beginning, I can be lower, can't I, just for the start?
I sort of need you to do both.
Okay.
Eric has that kind of power and that bottled up rage, you know, that was so essential to the Bruce Banner that we were creating for the movie.
You're making me angry.
There's something really caught off guard in his expression, you know, very vulnerable and kind of stuck, kind of scared, kind of vulnerable and like a little boy.
There's something about his performance that just engages you. You want to watch him. You can't stop watching him. He's excellent.
You'd know I'd never hurt you.
I think you already have.
Through Jennifer and her performance as Betty, we come to care for Bruce Banner and we come to understand the Hulk. She's the one who cares for both of them. And we'd be watching dailies and we'd all be crying. That's the kind of truth and emotion that Jennifer Connelly is able to bring to the film and to the role of Betty.
She's brilliant and she is beautiful to look at, and she brings intelligence to the movie. She has most of the quality that we're looking for in Betty Ross.
She comes onto the set and you just always get to the heart of it.
It is quite a special experience working with her.
Yeah.
Aang is somebody who really works with people he respects and who gets the respect back from them. It was wonderful to see him working with people, let's say, like Nick Nolte, who was so engaged at the kind of philosophical level with what the script was about, that he and Aang would just have hours of discussion.
Or Abraham looking up at a god, or Jesus Christ superstar asking why.
Okay.
He's totally crazy, and I had one of the best times in my career working with Nick. He is always passionate about whatever the texture provides him. Any line you give him, any set you give him, he embraces it, you feel it. He's just purely brilliant in the movie.
This was a very surreal experience for me because Nick and Sam are quite literally two of my all-time favourite actors. And there were times when I was doing some stuff with these guys where I would literally fly above myself and look down and feel very, very, very privileged.
If you ever come within 1,000 yards of my daughter again, I'll put you away for the rest of your natural life.
I'm in love with Sam Elliott. Sam has that kind of authority, but he has a twinkle in his eye. We did not want General Ross to be a cardboard cutout of a bad military guy. And you know with Sam Elliott playing General Ross that there is going to be something humane at the heart of a general.
Sam Elliott is, aside from being a guy who looks great in uniform, is really an actor's actor. I mean, he simply has achieved a level of craft and stature that's almost unparalleled. He kind of is the general. Josh Lucas is somebody who has made literally dozens of films in the independent sector and was waiting for his day to emerge as a leading man.
You turn green and all these guys come in and kill you and I perform the autopsy. You don't? And maybe I go too far and break your neck.
Josh understood the movie completely from the get-go. He understood that he was playing a character that was in a comic book and that he could be a little bit broad, and he was depending on Aang to tone him into the tone that Aang wanted. He loved being the bad guy.
His character Talbot is quite glossy and the bad guy, and he had a blast doing that. Eric and I were sort of more the straight men in the middle in this sort of strange comic book world, you know. But it was really nice coming onto the set.
We've got a terrific team that Aang has chosen to work with on the film. There's Rick Heinrichs, who has done a number of the Tim Burton films, and the production design of this film is tremendous. And James Schamus, who's written a fabulous script.
My relationship with Aang now, we're on our 8th film. It's pretty much just an old married couple. He bothers me incessantly with appeals for very in-depth philosophical discussions as to why I'm doing this, why are we making this movie, what's at stake, until finally I can't take it anymore and I tell him to go away and actually write the screenplay.
And Fred Elms, who's a longtime collaborator of Aang's, is our director of photography. The look of the film is just luminous. It's an indie sensibility brought to an epic comic book canvas. Aang brought in an entire sensibility and a focus on what is it that drives Bruce Banner? What is it that brings the Hulk to life? It is a movie that has that kind of emotional depth. And, you know, and let's face it, drama comes out of conflict, and there's conflict galore in this movie.
Action.
I will kill the second beat, which is the top. That's when Hulk stand up. So you wait until I call and go. Boom. That call. And go. So you are and, you're go.
All right, is everyone clear? Let's spin it out and go to work.
And we are rolling.
See camera, Mark.
3, 2, 1, go!
It's a big movie. There's a lot of destruction and a lot of physical effects on the set. You know, it was very difficult work.
Whatever the Hulk does, comes in contact with, manipulates, pushes, shoves, breaks, touches, lifts, falls under the category of the on-set physical effects crew, which is my team. In this movie, we destroyed the entire lab, which was giant.
Those are real walls that are coming down and real windows that are being broken, real lab equipment that's being destroyed, and there's nothing phony about it.
Ready, and door, go!
And I think that a lot of people who see this movie might think that that is a regular-sized guy in a miniature set plowing his way through it, because it looks that real.
All aircraft.
We moved on to San Francisco, where we took 12 cars and rolled them down Telegraph Hill with the Hulk cracking up the street, tipping a cable car with people falling out.
The entire street's supposed to erupt, and everybody's supposed to react to that. Yet there's no eruption actually taking place. So we had to really kind of have this fine integration with the CGI folks and the special effects department, especially because they were flipping cars and rolling or turning, tipping trolleys over, and people were falling off, and so we had to really work closely together for that, to make that scene work.
We moved on to the Sequoias, where we had the Hulk and animated dogs smashing the front of the car.
The dogfight primarily is computer generated, but prior to the fight actually beginning, the Hulk is talking to Jennifer Connelly's character, and he picks her up and he puts her on the roof of the car. And then he takes her off of the roof of the car when the dogs start to attack, and he sticks her in the car and slams the door. And that had to be a really fine integration between us and CG Hulk, so that when the Hulk carried her to the car, she bounced, she moved up and down so that it matched the Hulk's stride.
We then moved on to Victorville, where we blew up the 12,000 square foot housing complex with the military trying to attack. Moving into the Banner house, where we had more Hulk interactivity.
Bruce Banner gets really upset. Hulk's out, kicks the shit out of Talbot, and leaps away.
There's a scene where the Hulk kicks me through the wall of a house, and I'm in a couch. And, 9 cameras, amazing looking, huge explosion.
Which means, a couch has to lift itself, throw itself out the window. One of Charlie's guys has to be on the couch, on cue fall off the couch and hang up on a rail. As the couch ends up down into the street, the next sequence, or part of that sequence, the Hulk walks out, bashes through the front of the house, boards, nails, screws flying everywhere, with Charlie's guys still on the rail, not hurting him. So Any of those situations like that, Charlie and I meticulously talk about how we're going to design an explosion that will later appear as though the Hulk has created this by his force and walking through.
You have to really think about movement is important, how the actor moves in relationship to the way the Hulk is going to move when the animators get a hold of it.
3, 2, 1, go.
A lot of the movies we getting beaten up physically by the Hulk or by the fights that Eric and I have, or being thrown around or being smashed into things.
We had a great time on this stuff, and obviously have to place a lot of faith and trust in each other. And the good thing about the scenes with Josh was it was the only person that I really got to do some really heavy physical stuff with. So it was always a relief when he would come onto the set, even though he'd beat the crap out of me every time.
I think we've gone 10 steps beyond what the other movies have done right now in terms of integrating our character into real life. Our character gets involved right in the middle and walks through and touches things and lifts things and comes in contact with things way more than any character, I think, than you've seen before. My ultimate goal is to, in a finished movie, not have anybody know where we've handed off from animation to real life. It's been a really busy picture. It's been a really kind of satisfying one for me.
The Hulk is as much a character in this movie as any of the living, breathing actresses and actors that we have. So his ability to emote was critical.
He has to move like a real person. It has to look like a real person, and it had never been done before. But ILM is definitely at the forefront of all of this stuff.
It's incredibly difficult to make anything that is even close to being human out of an animated character, whether it's computer graphics or whatever. Because as we look at each other, we know that 300 little recognizable body motions that mean something. So we've had to learn all those and apply them to the Hulk correctly so that you think the Hulk has got this kind of childlike personality.
I think it's time to bring the sophistication in public entertainment in the computer world, so you can invest your emotion into it, not just watching the creature go crazy, where in the back of your head you know they're CGIs. I want to see if I can break that barrier.
The first step is to design the character. What does he look like?
The very first step we took was to do some concept paintings on how realistic was the Hulk's body. Is it a completely believable human musculature? Or is it more like a comic book where everything's bigger than normal? And that was probably some of the first explorations that we went through. When the LA department sent us the maquette, actually, in fact, this is the maquette that they sent us, this really kind of nailed for us what direction Aang wanted to go to.
There are 3 different Hulk creatures in the film. The trick was that he had to transform from a real live actor, from Eric Bana, into these various Hulk sizes. So all of the Hulks had to be built with those parameters in mind.
From that maquette, they build a CG model, which has every single element in that model, how it actually moves.
We were constantly making new versions of the Hulk. It's a very, very painful, long process about putting all the little detail. We have a whole team that just simply does the paint. Every little pore and every little detail, that's their job. Another team that's just sculpting the muscles. We bring in bodybuilders. We do extensive research on how the muscles bend.
Taking on this task, we knew that we had to get realistic poses out of the creature, and then on top of that, realistic muscle animation and skin performance as well. We combined a lot of muscles that usually work together into these multiple stage shapes, where you could have one slider that would dial on a series of muscle motions. And then we'd wrap the whole creature up with a dynamic skin that would slide over the surface of these muscles.
There are a few technical challenges that we knew we had to solve in order to have Hulk be a believable human. And one of them was the skin itself. And I think we painted 100 different maps of paint and hair and wounds and specularity and all sorts of things to convey the translucency in skin and the realism of skin.
And then after the model's built, then it's a question of animating that model to look like it's working.
I think we use every single technique ever discovered in animation. It's really getting to the essence of the performance. Motion capture might be a way of getting there, but really what it is sitting down with Aang and saying, what are you going for here? We would show video of ourselves to Aang. We'd say, what do you think? Could Hulk act like this? Could he run like this? Anytime things were overly clean, he would say, no, that looks like animation. And so really the goal here is to not make it look like animation, to go for all those imperfections that come out of real life.
After the animation is approved, a technical director lights the shot based on some information that's gleaned from set and also referencing other shots in that sequence and coming up with unique ways to incorporate the character into the scene by moving objects around him.
We found through learning and just experience different ways to make him really mix into the background was adding things like dirt onto him and having him kick up dirt and just interact with his environment much more so than we ever have before. So we could try to make him as dirty and dusty and grimy and sweaty as we possibly can.
He's being shot at. There are wounds all over his body. You have to tear the skin, you have to have it heal again. He's interacting with water a lot, so you have to take care of all his wetness values and create a paradigm for that.
Generally, the animation is done several days or weeks in advance of when it actually comes to us, and then it's our job to integrate that into the scene. So it's a matter of lighting it, shading it, putting skin texture on him.
Here's the infamous Hulk throwing the tank shot, or DA-24 as we call it here. There probably were 3 to 4 dozen elements that added up to make this shot. You could see how the tank tread breaks off and all these different dynamic things that the animation team takes into account and does a great job with the muscle flexing and the hard surfaces reacting in a real way. This represents a computer-generated ground plane, and here's some computer-generated dust. Where he starts spinning it around, you can kind of see the footprints be depressed a little from the wind. So all these elements add up to this final shot. It's all about chaos in this sequence. We're trying to get it as chaotic as possible. And it's getting sand and dirt in the air and on the Hulk.
I'm interested in telling a story and actors. I mean, I care about the actors, and they're reacting to the work that I do, and my work is to react to the work that they do, and it's very close, and to me personally, to do this. A huge amount of effort, of course, went into making this thing look absolutely real, so you don't even think about it as an audience member. All you're thinking about is the character. The technology should be invisible. Only when it's over, you say, wow, how did they even do that?
The Rugrats have overcome many obstacles in their young lives, but they're about to face their biggest challenge yet.
It's my 13th birthday.
Angelica is turning 13. In All Grown Ups, Lucky 13. Available now on DVD and VHS. Now that Angelica's turning 13, will she turn her back on Tommy and the gang forever?
This is really hard. I'm going to be a teenager and you guys aren't.
But when a snobby girl at school tries to spoil Angelica's birthday party, will Tommy and Chucky save Angelica's special day?
Think I got a plan.
Will Tommy go undercover? Will Phil do the Monster Mash? Will Dill propose a plan with a porpoise? Find out if they can save Angelica's birthday bash. All Grown Ups, Lucky 13. Available on DVD and VHS now.
Coming to DVD and VHS from Paramount Home Entertainment.
Believe in yourself, and you'll always win.
You must learn to play from your heart.
A duel match is like life. You never know what's gonna happen.
A card game like no other. With civilizations beyond our world. Powerful creatures beyond our control. And courageous players who will stop at nothing.
I never turn down a challenge.
To become the best.
I did it!
This is the world of Duel Masters. For the first time ever on DVD and VHS, it's a mega powerful feature-length adventure with worlds of supercharged bonus extras only you can take control of.
Great! Let's go out and own the zone!
Join young Master Shobu as he battles through all of his competitions with the help of his friends, Rakuda.
Awesome! You're so cute.
Seuki.
Come on, Shobu! You can do it!
Mimi.
What's Drool Master? Drool Master? It's called Duo Master. Strange name for a bubblegum card.
Huh? and night.
Glad you can make it.
You must be the best Kaijudo player in the world.
Well, that's what that trophy says.
Next year,
does he have the gift?
All of the elements
I'm guessing you're a bad guy. I'm your worst nightmare.
are in your control.
I believe in myself. Full shock dragon, attack!
Duel Masters from Wizards of the Coast. Coming to DVD and VHS early 2005.
Are you ready for action? Are you ready for magic? Are you ready for the Cucaracha?
Cucaracha, la cucaracha!
See the adventures of Timmy Turner, Cosmo, and Wanda in Fairly Odd Parents, now available on VHS and DVD. See Timmy battle ninjas, aliens.
We left your planet in peace.
Bad dogs. And his most feared enemy, Super Gas Vicky! And with the help of his fairy godparents, Wanda and Cosmo, well, let's face it, they do all the work.
Sure, we'll go with that.
He's Timmy Turner, kid extraordinaire.
Oh, he's my hero! And this is mine!
That's it! I'm out of here!
No, wait, there's more. Look for Fairly Odd Parents videos and DVDs available now. And more releases are on the way later this year.
Woohoo!
And you know what that means.
A 100% chance of action!
Hasbro and Paramount Home Entertainment present Transformers Energon, coming to DVD and VHS for the first time ever. In a world that is constantly evolving, change means power, and power means everything.
Optimus Prime, Super Mode!
Especially on the planet Earth, where a vital source of strength, Energon, can be found.
The most powerful energy in the universe, Energon. It is in abundance on Earth.
Now, the Decepticons need it to get stronger.
We'll need a lot more Energon.
Bring us more. Bring us more.
The Autobots need it to survive.
Protect the Energon mine at all costs.
And when the eternal struggle continues, the countdown to extinction begins. This October, Hasbro's Transformers Energon comes to DVD and VHS with special bonus features only you can control.
Transformers Energon.
Coming to DVD and VHS October 2004. More than meets the eye.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the one, the only, the handiest man in town, Bob the Builder!
Bob the Builder, can we fix it? Bob the Builder, yes we can!
Sing along and dance along with Bob in this new never-seen-on-TV adventure. Don't miss Bob the Builder, the live show, now available on home video from your friends at Hit Entertainment.
Big Idea presents Sumo of the Opera, featuring our hero, the Italian Scallion.
I accept the challenge.
His opponent, undefeated.
Apollo's the champ. No one's ever stayed in the ring with him longer than 8 seconds.
The odds, unbeatable.
I don't got what it takes. Maybe that's the reason I'm always clowning around. It's the only thing I'm any good at.
The fun, undeniable.
I'm a spring roll.
For the Italian Scallion, quitting has always been easier than seeing things through.
You never finish anything! Unless it's a punchline.
But he's about to learn that quitters never win, and winners never quit.
I've got to keep my eye on the tiger.
The silliness continues with 2 great shorts, Going Up, and the story of St. Patrick, plus a silly song that's phonetically phonetical.
I know a pear with a pair of really soft shoes. He wears in the pear, bushes that easily bruise.
Sumo of the Opera, now on DVD and VHS. Sunday morning values, Saturday morning fun. Sunday morning values, Saturday morning fun. VeggieTales always delivers a healthy serving of both.
It's showtime!
With toe-tapping music.
Stand up for what you believe in.
And infectious silliness.
You're a talking weed.
I'm a talking weed. You're
a talking carrot. The point was...
The entire VeggieTales library is fortified with fantastic values.
You're special just the way God made you.
More than 20 critically acclaimed videos are now available on VHS or on DVDs packed with great bonus features for the whole family.
Have I ever steered you wrong?
A shopaholic blueberry.
Your kingdom awaits.
An inventive grape.
Rocket power. That's the way it's gonna go.
A fearless asparagus.
I will fight Goliath.
Even a king with a thing for rubber duckies.
Now go and get that duck.
It's a cast of characters that has put smiles on millions of faces.
Hey, desperados, you better come to your senses.
And the timeless lessons of the Bible in millions of hearts.
I laughed, I cried, it moved me, Bob.
Check out the entire Veggie catalog at bigidea.com to find the episodes you need to add to your collection.
Experience the wonder online at www.sonywonder.com.